Howdy folks, just putting together a quick video, thanks to some helpful advice that I have from a YouTuber and a fellow Twitch streamer, Press Reset. Press Reset is also known as Preston. Really cool dude, knows his audio stuff, knows everything. Really impressive guy. He brought up that with big TV productions and live shows and stuff, they actually go into the room, the studio, and they do what they call a I forget the exact name for it, but basically they record the ambient noise of the room with all the equipment turned off, and they use that for when, say for instance, you're talking and then there's just that drop dead silence. So especially if, like us on Twitch, we use noise gates a lot to negate background noise, keyboard clicks and stuff like that. Because of that, you do get a very jarring stop-start for when you're talking sometimes, and that can be incredibly noticeable. Depending on what type of mic you're using as well, that's even more noticeable. Not so much with the dynamic microphone, but if you're using a condenser like me, it can be very prominent because you are relying so heavily on your noise gates to actually get rid of background noise. So thanks again to Press Reset for this cool little information. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you an example, because the entire time I've been talking so far, I've actually had the ambient background noise set in there. So what I'm going to do is now turn it off. I'm going to pause for about 5 seconds, and then I'm going to talk for about 5 seconds, and then like stop speaking, and you'll notice the difference immediately. So notice how I've just immediately come back, and now I'm going to immediately just drop off to complete silence. And now I've come back, and I sound almost like it's a natural talking. There's been essentially no transition. Now, that's because I've obviously turned off the background noise and turned it back on. Presto. So all you need is a 1 minute recording of your ambient room. So grab an audio recorder, whether that be Audacity or if you have Reaper installed, grab that. Do a 1 minute loop of the room. Can be a bit longer, but no less. And then what you want to do is bring that file into OBS. For the properties, copy this. So essentially you want to loop it. You want to restart the playback when the source becomes active. You can use hardware decoding and then close it when it's inactive. And then you want to set a filter for a compressor, because you don't want this background noise, this audio file, to be playing when you're speaking. So what we're going to do is we're going to duck the background noise when you speak, which means it's going to essentially get rid of it and then immediately bring it straight back the moment just before the noise gate should shut, or should open, sorry. Shut, not open. So what you want to do is essentially copy these settings, which I've found to be pretty accurate. You may need to play with the release on this one just to get it finely tuned for when your ambient noise and your voice start. Not so much when they end as much, but you may find the release will help on both ends. And then that's about it. Make sure that the audio sidechain audio ducking source is your microphone. If it's not, then it's clearly not going to work. And then close it. And that is how you add essentially background noise. Now, if you're playing music, this isn't so much of an issue. What I would probably recommend is add another compressor in there for when you're playing music, or you have a game audio or music playing as well. It purely works really nicely for, say, AFK or IRL streams, but it can be useful across the board. Now, if you were using, say, your game audio to really get rid of the noise gate feeling, then essentially what you would do is you would add another compressor, but duck against the, say, the desktop audio. In my case, it would be my headset audio. And what that would do is basically, as long as there is desktop audio, there's going to be no background noise. So all you're going to hear is the game and your voice. And the same if you have like a separate music channel or music that's playing, it should duck against that as well. I haven't done that myself yet because I've only just set this up, but I have tested it and it does work. So yeah, there you go. Thank you very much for checking out this quick little 5-minute tutorial on how to add a background noise, which sounds really odd to do, is adding background noise to a stream. But you're not adding loud, abrupt background noises. You're simply just adding an ambient noise to your stream to get rid of the fact that you've got noise gates on and off. So I hope you found this to be useful. Yeah, chuck me a subscribe if you've enjoyed it. Like it if you liked it. And yeah, I'll hopefully be doing a few more of these little tiny OBS tutorials in the future. So thank you very much for checking this one out, and we'll see you in the next one.